Hello, welcome to another Sonic Lab kind of special. You can see here there's a whole mess of Volca boxes, and that's because we have the Korg Volca in the house. Well, all three of them, in fact. Here they are in their loveliness. I'm going to switch them on, and perhaps you'll be able to see the kind of startup routine that they go in. All sorts of funny lights, very pretty. Massive hit from Mesa. People have been gagging for them, and we finally got all three. Volca Beats, Volca Bass with a very 303 style colour scheme and knob caps, and Volca Keys, which is the 3-voice polysynth. So essentially these three are very different. They're very cheap. They're kind of coming on from the sort of monotron, monotribe kind of zone. So, you know, think of them in those terms. And people went absolutely mad for them at Music Mesa, and we've been waiting for them ever since. So what we have here are the three of them. This is just going to be a very brief section. What I want you to do is, if you've got any questions for our review, leave them in the comments, and when I get back from holiday, which is in a week's time or so, I'll try and address them and we'll be able to see them. But let's get on to it first. Right, here is Volca Beats. Well, now actually, first of all, I should say they come like this. Basically, there's no power supply. They come with 3 AAA batteries. I don't know of the quality of them. They are golden power, which sounds very kind of oriental somehow. I expect to see one of those waving cats. That's what they probably power. Anyway, let's have a look at the Beats. We'll switch this on and see what happens. So if I turn my... You can hear we've got... Basically, I'll take the tempo up a bit. It's very bassy. We can tune the drum, the click, and then we got a bit of pitch and snap to the snare. Very, very simple. So I'm not going to go into that, but basically we have 6 voices are analog. Then we got another 4 voices are PCM, and we can adjust the speed of that. Very, very simple. Like I say, no power supply, MIDI input and sync in and out, and then a main output. So that's the Beats. We come on to the bass line. In fact, you might notice it is a bit 8080 in its vibe. You know, got this little bit of that 808 vibe going on, which is kind of cute. Then we got the bass here. If I take the sync cable out, because this also comes with it, you get one of these along with it too, which is a little stereo jack. This is basically a 3 oscillator synthesizer, monosynth with a touch keyboard. You can plug a MIDI keyboard into any of these, although I couldn't figure out how to get the drums to trigger, but I'll look at that in the full review. Very much in the sort of 303 kind of vibe. Sounds like a monotron or monotribe kind of filter as well. We can set the VCOs to be in different ways. I like this mode, which is all 3. Tune all 3 of them separately, switch them on and off separately as well. LFO, this has got a step sequencer in it. I'll look at that again. A little bit of an envelope, switch the octave, change the pitches of them, and that's kind of it for now. Then we'll have a look at the Volca Keys, which is actually my favourite of the crop. So if I press... This is just a single wave, 3-note poly with an analog delay as well, plus a sequencer, and you can record various knob movements. You can in all of these, I believe, they record knob movements. This has got several modes: poly mode, unison mode, which if I drop it an octave, and then I can detune. That's pretty cool, actually. Get that screen. Then there's a unison, an octave unison, a 5th, unison ring, if you want to sound like Thriller. Quite nice, or drum and bass. Then we got a ring poly, which is kind of cool. I'll take the feedback off for that. It's the fundamental pitch, and then you can ring modulate by another pitch, which is kind of cool. So, as I said, I'm not going to go into it. These are all 120 quid, not available quite yet. I think they're just starting to come into some shops, so there's still some demand for them. Hopefully by the time the review comes out, there'll still be demand for them. But I think they're going to sell like hotcakes. But in the meantime, leave questions below and we'll see if we can answer them. If you want to know anything specific about any of these, then I'll work on that in the final review. But for now, I'm signing off. Thanks for watching.